What's going down? Worldwide Web E-Daddy, the Angry Guy, here in the Angry Guy Studios, and I've given it about 21 hours now to chill out. So we're coming off the heels of WWE Hell in a Cell, and much props are given for a majority of the show. And I say majority because the last two stunk up the damn arena. I mean, there's just no excuse for what we got given last night. So we'll go through what we got. Most time I'd go through and I'd put these together and edit and all that, but try and get these out in a little bit more timely manner, and considering the fact that I work all the time, do what I can. All right, so we start pre-show. Lacey Evans and Natalya actually wasn't that bad. Actually something decent for the night, surprisingly. Let's get to everything here. Got everything ready to go. Well, where did it go? Oh, I swear. When I want something, it's here. When I don't. So, anyways, I said, Natalya, Lacey, decent second match. Natalya getting win a great back and forth match. Can't really go wrong there. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. No. Oh crap! It gets louder. If I hand you this, will you?
Okay, Dad.
Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So officially then, after that, Hell in a Cell actually started. After they did the rest of the rigmarole for that. Get the cell drop first. We get Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. If there was a way to ultimately do Hell in a Cell, those two ladies pulled it off. You couldn't go wrong with that. Next up, we did get Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Tornado tag match. Once again, something that was well built up to, well executed match, very well done. Great match for both sides. Hopefully with the impending draft, they can kind of split it up so we ain't got to keep seeing it, because those four essentially captured lightning in a bottle last night with their match. Impromptu match come up after that. Ali versus Orton. For something that was thrown in there last minute. No, great match. I said wasn't as good as the first two, but still great match out of the two. We then got a women's tag title match with the Kabuki Warriors and Bliss and Cross, and you seen the heel side of the Kabuki Warriors come out. Great finish, great back and forth between the four Kabuki Warriors coming out on top. There's another really good match. For something that wasn't planned for the show, it was actually a really good match. No more, Joshua. No. Braun Strowman and the Viking Raiders. I keep wanting to call them the War Raiders. Against OC. Pretty decent. Strowman still teasing this whole thing with Tyson Fury. Have to see how that goes tonight on Raw. But decent. And then Strowman knocking out AJ was just hilarious. And then AJ's direction afterwards, great. So then after that, we would get Chad Gable versus King Corbin. Great match out of two of them. These two work well together in the ring together. Chad Gable getting the win over Corbin. It was a great showing for both, especially Gable. And nice to see, what they're trying to do with him. Okay, my nice parts of this stops. So then we get Charlotte, Bayley, SmackDown Women's title. These two, I've seen them have better matches in the past. You've got Bayley trying to work on Charlotte's leg, Charlotte trying to work on Bayley's. And really, Charlotte didn't really work on Bayley's a whole lot, but the way that Bayley tapped out to lose the title to Charlotte, giving Charlotte title number 10. It is horrible. It is about average. I mean, good Lord, we could have done so much better. This is why I hide. Yes. I don't care. You got your own email account, don't you? There you go. Those two women could have done so much better. Now, for the who booked this shit of the night. Like I said, majority of the pay-per-view, great. Really well done. Like I said, Charlotte Bayley knocked it down some, but the main event, they've done a great build-up for this. And honestly, I could have seen them putting the title around the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I understand why they don't, but I don't understand why they went with the finish they did. We see the crowd turning on Seth. cheering for Bray. You could hear the crowd, especially after, I don't even know how many fucking curb stomps Seth hit, or super kick Seth hit. But the finish. This had Vince McMahon wrote all over it, and it's sad to see due to the great week, the new premiere on Raw, new season premiere on Raw, the great show that NXT put on Wednesday night, the great show that they put on for the Fox debut for SmackDown, and then give us this as a main event. Seth hit him with a chair. Bray kicks out, hits him with the ladder, or Bray kicks out. He puts the chair inside the ladder, goes through and grabs the toolbox, starts beating the hell out of the fucking shit. Bray's just laying there. Finally puts the toolbox in there, grabs a sledgehammer, referee's warning him. And you're like, just do it, dude. Just do it. Show him put this thing out of its misery. He finally does it. Ref calls the match. Like I said, this has Vince McMahon wrote all over it. I don't know what the hell the man's thinking. This was a great match. This, for what they were trying to do. They could have done it in so many different ways. And they didn't. Ref called it. Originally, it did look like a disqualification. Come find out, no, they just ruled it, no contest. None of this made sense at all. After all the hype and everything to get this kind of finish, I don't blame the crowd one bit for chanting refunds. This is bullshit. AEW. Because it needed to be said. It's probably one of the worst finishes for a long time for a WWE show. For a pay-per-view. So, like I said, I'll be interested tonight to see what they do. I'm going to see Survivor Series being The Fiend and Seth again. But, if they're going to, some of this, basically no disqualification, no count out, anything goes. And they're going to, what can they do? Because either way you look at it, it's going to ruin one of them. It's probably going to ruin Seth. If Fiend Bray Wyatt does end up winning the title eventually. But, anyways, that's the reaction review from WWE Hell in a Cell. I said, don't know what Vince was thinking. I mean, you look at the card they gave us. If you hadn't seen it, just saw the matches listed, you'd probably been going, "What the fuck is this?" Watch it and be like, "Hey, you know what? This wasn't too bad until, Charlotte and Bayley," and it's like, okay. But then to see that main event, anybody and everybody would have been pissed. Anybody and everybody was pissed. So we'll see how this turns out. So anyways, that's it. We'll do another one sometime in the future. For now, I'm out. And so disappointed.